Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be doing an all signs reading. All about your first time with them. I just want to I don't know, it just came to my mind. I have a lot of energy and I thought of why not doing it. I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space with me. And I want to give you all a big thank you for supporting and being there. Liking and commenting does help me out as well. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting ready. I think I'm going to be drawing from these cards. Yeah. Oh, let's see. I want to do this as well. I thought I was more prepared. All right. Hi everyone. Hi Diamond. Hi Oracle. Free Will. I do appreciate all of you. So we're gonna do a couple of different things. I just don't want to get lost, so I wrote down what I'm going to be going over. Hi Sarita. I do so appreciate you. And again, this is what your first time. It's like an 18 plus reading kind of thing. All right. Yeah, there it is. All right. Let's see. We're at 1 minute and. No, we'll see. I think this is okay. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty, so we're gonna look at Aries, all the way down to Pisces. I want to thank you, and hi Aries, and hello everyone. So let's see. I don't normally do these type of readings, but it did come through. So Metatron, Quani, Saint Germain, can you help ground me and align me and connect me to all that is? I would love if you can ensure I can receive clearly. Okay, he's asking me to put these on. Okay. This one's a good one, actually. Okay. So let's take a look here, Aries. We're gonna look at what is it gonna be like with your person or whoever. No, yeah, with them, whoever's on your mind. Yes, I want to have it like that. Thank you, Metatron. We're gonna look at whoever's on your mind, and okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have wrote that down. Anyway, okay. See, Metatron, can you tell me what is the chemistry going to be like between Aries and this person? I definitely feel like this is someone you're going to have a first date with. Someone that you're going to. It probably will happen on the first date. I don't know, but it definitely feels like there's not anything holding either of you back. And it feels like things are going to flow in that direction really nicely. There's no pressure here. There's no worrying about, I don't know, you know how it's just going to go anywhere, right? It was a good time, right? And it feels like it's leading to that moment. And it's one of those, a really good way to describe it is when you have those first kisses, sorry, it is that. Let's see, what kind of chemistry will Aries and this person have? We have the Page of Wands and it's reversed here. Interesting. And the 10 of Wands and it's reversed. I do feel with the Page of Wands and it's reversed, one of the things I'm seeing is this person definitely has, before they went out with you, kind of like, they kind of masturbated already kind of thing. And this is someone who didn't expect, right, for things to go in this direction, but they've kind of prepared for that, if you know what I mean. I feel like your first your chemistry with this person is, you may feel at the start that they may not be as interested or they may not be as open to this because they kind of used up that, I don't know. I don't know how to phrase that. Sorry, I don't. They just used up that energy, and so I feel like as the night goes on and as you get to know them more, it's going to grow, right? That chemistry, and you're gonna feel a lot more lively at the end than you did at the beginning. The 10 of Wands reverse definitely feels like a situation where you're not kind of expecting it to go very far, either of you. So your chemistry is, there's no not that there's no strings attached. There's no there's no thinking too far into the future. So you're very present, and it's actually a really beautiful thing because that present energy, that being here and now, allows both of you to kind of let your guard down and get to know each other a little more. So your chemistry is actually really good. Though it could be both of you, but definitely this person had, you know, they masturbated before. It just, if you know it, it just, it is what it is. I've not been on a date in a long time, but let's see. We want to look at, like, how is the first time going to be between Aries and this person? We have the Knight of Pentacles here. It's interesting. No one has to go to work the next day, or if you do, it's late, or you don't care. It does feel like there's no rush, and that's beautiful. So I see a nightcap, definitely talking more. A lot of chit chat. A lot of getting to know each other, and definitely moving slowly towards that bedroom. With the Two of Swords here, it's going to start off with an impromptu kiss, an impromptu touch, something that is unseen. Unforeseen is actually the one I want to phrase it. Sorry, these readings are funny. It's unforeseen, and this actually initiates the taking off of clothes and all that good stuff. And it's a beautiful energy, and it moves nicely. And what's funny about this is the very first start of this, right? The very first beginning of this is you don't think they find you as interested or interesting or attractive, but it was just that they just masturbated already, right? This is someone who this is someone who definitely is open, right? And as the night goes on, you see that with the Ace of Swords here, it does feel there's definitely gonna be a lot of talk about. I definitely want to talk about, like, just making sure that everyone's boundaries are, you know, understood, right? So it feels very comfortable to me. Let's look at what kind of positions you'll have. We have the Seven of Pentacles reverse. You won't be staying in any of the positions very long. I see changing here, not in like a bad way, probably in a multiple sort of way. It does feel like this is someone who's going to end up rushing to that finish line. It is what it is. It's just how it is. But I don't see you sticking to one position too long, and I see you moving through that very quickly. There's actually, I'll actually do it after this reading. Anyway, let's see. Will there be repeats, Metatron? We have the Four of Cups and the King of Swords in its reverse. I do feel, yes, but with the King of Swords in its reverse here, this is someone who, because they kind of wasted the experience earlier that day, and because they wanted to be focused on you, that's why they did it, by the way. They're gonna have a little bit of fear, right? A little bit of fear about not being able to go again, right? To repeat it, but they will want it. It may come together, but I don't know how many times you'll go, but it does feel like this is someone who's gonna get in their head a little bit and worry that they can't again. But the feelings will be there. I do feel watching TV or hanging out or cuddling is definitely on the table, and I want to make sure I just wanted to make sure I got everything. All right. Anyway, yeah, I definitely see that. I feels like it's your home, but I'll have to leave it like that. I see a 1-bedroom apartment. It is how I am getting it. Is there anything last thing you want to give? We have the Fool. One of the things that Metatron says is one of the best things you can do is to just leap when you know it's time to leap. Go for it when you know it's time to go for it. Try it when you know it's time to try it. Be a little, I guess just be more, follow your heart. Be free, actually, is one of the best things. It's reminding me of that romantic oracle deck that they discontinued about, like, being free. You don't really get that those oracle cards that much anymore, but Imagine states free to be free, let your hair down, enjoy the moment, and not be too stuck on the future or like what is going to happen with this person. Feel it, right? Feel it out. Go in that and move in that direction. All right. Sorry about this. I'm gonna leave it like that for you, Aries. Don't forget to like and comment. And we're now on Taurus, so we're gonna go to 9 minutes. Taurus, there's one thing I need to do. I forgot to do it. 1 second, everyone. Hello, baby. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I guess I could. Anyway, that's actually real nice. So let's start with Taurus's reading. Hi, Kim. Hi, Lucy. So Taurus. Okay. Alrighties, we're gonna take a look here. We're gonna look at your first time with whoever's on your mind, Taurus. Let's take a look here, Metatron. Can you tell me what is the energy surrounding this connection? There is a lot of expectation. I think either both of you are each other's type, both of you are each other's thing, and you kind of really want it to work, or there's history here. It's one or the other. Actually, it could be both sides of both. I don't know, but it's very clear that there's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation, a lot of desire to produce good results, right? Coming through, and not really wanting to come across as like stale or boring or bad in bed, right? It does feel like there's a lot of pressure here. I would actually take a page out of Aries's guidance, which is to be free, let your hair down. Let's take a look here. Metatron, tell me, what is the chemistry going to be like between Taurus and this person? Yeah, the chemistry of the Ace of Pentacles here. You both know that this is a valuable offer and a valuable person. Like you know when, I can feel that. They're definitely a little bit younger than you. They have that, they're bringing in that lively energy. What is really crazy about this is I feel they're trying really hard to be interesting, really hard to be fun, really hard to impress you, which is crazy because I feel like that pushes you into an energy of feeling a little bit more introverted and not more outgoing, which is funny because I think they're over pushing. I think you're under pushing or under expressing yourself, right, with that divine expression. So your chemistry with this person is honestly kind of lopsided. One, they feel slightly inferior, so they feel like they have to constantly show up, right? Is this a date? I don't know. It feels like there's been, like, you were chatting with this person for some time. It feels very much like that, like someone you've been trying to meet or someone you've been trying to date, something like that. Anyway, but this person is going to try really hard to impress you, and it leads you to kind of get a little bit in your head, and you start to think, I don't know. I feel like you start to go introverted. So your chemistry is on this. Both these know this is valuable. Yet at the same time, it's clear that that energy is going to push you into you may feel like they're coming out a little bit strong, but I don't think so. I think it's going to push you into being a little bit more introverted than you would like. They may talk more than you. It doesn't feel like you necessarily want to listen. Not that you're not a listener, but you know, it's like that. That's the kind of energy that's this person's giving out, this kind of chemistry you're going to have. But I guess it works because you're going to have that first time. Let's take a look here. What positions are they gonna have? We have the Eight of Swords in its reverse. I see positions that they've never tried with anyone, and vice versa. It does feel more awkward than I feel it needs to be, but the reason for this is they truly just want to make a good impression. So they're gonna be up for pretty much anything. So anything you're down for, they're down for. Anything you want to do, they want to do. With the Ace of Swords in its reverse, neither one of you is going to really feel like you got what you wanted from the experience, mostly because I see mask wearing, ego projecting, never not being as open. It does feel like both of you trying to embody that, like, everything's perfect energy, right? Everything's going great on the date, and it feels like it translates to the evening. I don't know if this is a date or not. I think this is a hookup, but it's hard to say. It feels very close. Like this person's running from some kind of obligation or running from their responsibilities, and they run in your direction. And then you, anyway, run in your direction. So let's see any other positions that they're going to have. We have the Six of Cups. Missionary does stand out to me as one of the best ones for you, but it's not the only one. Know that this person is actually pretty decent in the bedroom. They're pretty good. But you are too intimidating. It's something that, don't dim yourself, but it's funny. I actually think that that's what happens here. And when you're on a date with this person or when you are seeing them, you start to dim yourself because you know that your energy, not that it dominates, but it can make people feel a little inferior, right? So let's see, Taurus. Will there be repeats here? Will it happen again? We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to come out. The Page of Wands. Yeah, I see you kind of taking control of the situation, which is funny. I think you learned that maybe earlier in the evening or earlier in the day, where you're gonna have to do it. It's you know, don't be afraid to use your words. Don't be afraid to be clear about what you want, and don't be afraid to actually make this person please you. I definitely feel here you're gonna have to finish yourself off. It's clear. So I guess there will be a repeat, but it's more of a solo journey. All right. It will be the case. You will think about it, think about them, kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, how will this happen? Yeah, Nine of Cups. You know, I think this could be something significant, but it feels like you get off on the wrong foot, and you may not want it to happen again. You may not want to see them, or vice versa. You may think that. I would, if your heart calls you there, to give it another shot. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I just want to like make sure. Is there anything else for this? Anything else you want to give for this? Metatron, any guidance? We have the Magician in its reverse. Can I clarify on that? Yes, I feel one of the things that makes you very introverted and makes you feel like you're not, like you shouldn't speak up about your needs and wants, and that includes the date if there is one, or the bedroom, which definitely there is going to be. Don't be afraid to speak up about what you want, what you're looking for, and honestly, the fact that you may not be as satisfied. It's an interesting thing to come from Metatron, but don't be afraid as well to tell them a fantasy that you have or something that you're interested in. They're the kind of person that doesn't really come in with too much baggage, like with too many, I want to say, like too many things they're looking for. They just like the experience. So they're very open, right? If you have specific things you're looking for, specific things you want to happen, or things that really make you comfortable, like music or candles, do it, say it, and brighten up that experience. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. They will also open up about stuff that they want. Be open to that, I guess, if you want. But this person, I feel, needs you to lead, and they will follow. And that's kind of where it's landing. Anyway, it's clear. Let's see. I see you having a good time if you can speak up for yourself, ask about your needs. You definitely are gonna want some more of that. You want this person to be pleasing you more. I can see that as being the thing here. All right. They're not going to be great at it, but they will try their hardest. Okay. Can I get any more here? No, that's it. I think that's it for yours. Sorry, your energy is a bit different than Aries. Aries was very, it's not a bad connection. It's not a bad person and not a bad fit. I think they're just slightly younger than you. You may be looking at them when that energy as well, where you may look down at them. So it is something to just take note of. All right. Yeah. Make sure that's all that he's giving. I'll leave it there. I thank you so much, Taurus. Don't forget to like and comment. And we're now on Gemini. Alrighties. So let's look at Geminis. All right. All right, Gemini. Let's see. What is how will you meet this person? Or let's see, what would the chemistry be like with this person, Metatron, between Gemini and the person that they will have their first time with next? This is going to be your first sexual experience, right? We have the moon in its reverse. Definitely at night. I see dinner and a movie really being key. This person has a very I don't know, traditional approach to your connection. They're looking at this very serious as well. I actually see this date or this time that you spend with this person, or the first time you have a sexual experience with them. It's not the first date. This feels like this is someone who's trying to date you in a traditional manner. They're trying to go about it in a traditional way. So it makes it very clear that they're very serious about this. So your first time with this person, someone you're likely going to be in a relationship with, or someone who definitely sees you as someone they want a relationship with that moon in its reverse. It's interesting. There's a strong connection. I feel like they're very watery as well, very emotional. They're more emotional than I feel they appear. Your chemistry with this person is the King of Wands and the King of Swords. What's crazy? Sorry, it's funny. What's crazy here with the King of Wands, it's reverse. I feel like they have a tendency to hold back some of that passion, hold back some of that angst, and hold back part of themselves while coming across very logical, very maybe even authoritative, right? Very much in control. But in reality, they have a very passionate side. I feel like your connection will be very passionate, but it's not something that you will necessarily see when you look at them, or necessarily have when you meet them and for the very first time. They don't lead with inspiration. They don't lead with that Knight of Wands energy. They lead with I feel logic, truth, and control and discipline, right? So your chemistry with this person is someone who's definitely holding back, but has a lot more to give. With the Nine of Cups in its reverse, you're going to know that there's more here, know that you're not getting it. So you're not really that impressed. But as time goes on and as you start to date this person more, you know, the third to the fifth date, you're going to start to really see that they have this beautiful, passionate side to them. All right. There is they transform as they meet people, and I don't know if that's the same for you, but they will change and open up slowly. All right, so we're gonna look at what positions you're gonna have with this person. Sorry, we got real romantic for your connection with the Five of Pentacles reverse and the Nine of Pentacles upright. I feel here sorry, I want to make sure I have the Five of Pentacles reverse clarified. Alrighty. Very self-focused on you. I see a lot of pleasuring of you, definitely going down on you, and a lot of physical contact here, but it's not the only thing. Sorry, just so I want to make sure this person wants to please you. They want to make sure that you are leaving very satisfied. So the focus on you is actually very, very much, I feel, the honestly, the cornerstone of this night that you have with this person. I do see you with this person all night. I actually see a walk of shame in the morning. But definitely the kind of positions you'll have are the ones that you want, what you desire, and kind of what you lead. With the Four of Wands here, I definitely see you finishing because of this, and this person will ensure that you finish. This is someone who wants to make sure that you're pleased. With the Devil here, there are some not vices, fetishes that they have locked in the closet, but they will come out later. But they may open up on the first time with you with this, but I don't think so. We'll see. No, the Ace of Cups is reversed. They won't open up until and let you know that they have these, I don't know, fantasies that they have or fetishes that they have until they're more open emotionally to know that they're safe to do that. So it feels like they're very focused on you. The positions. I'm going to be honest with you. It's the same thing. It's very focused on your needs. So whatever that is for you. It's funny. You will go to the sun out. That's for sure. I can see this. I'm gonna be real honest with you. It feels like an all-nighter. I see multiple times. Definitely to the sun up. I'm not saying you're not talking, but it's very clear that the energy that they bring into that bedroom, and it does feel like it's the bedroom, is very different than the energy that they had on your dates. It feels like someone who they know, they know what's expected of them, and they're coming in with that energy. That is it, right? It's funny. They will open up your mind. I do feel you're going to be more sexually adventurous with this person as time goes on because they have those kinks. They have those kinks, but the first time definitely feels very much usual, right? The usual experience, all right? I will leave it like that, I think. Let's see, Mention, is there anything else you want to add to this? I was going to draw Oracle as well. Will there be a repeat? Will you see this person again? I do wonder, right? Let's see. I gotta be real honest with you. It feels like you may be used to or accustomed to people more selfish. It's such an odd thing to say. You may be taken aback by the experience because they're very focused on you. Give it a try. Is what Metatron wants to say. Give that a try. I know it's crazy. We think that we necessarily always want our needs met, but I guess we do, but I feel like you're used to people taking from you, or used to people focusing on themselves when you're having your sexual experiences. Metatron wants you to give this person a try, even though it may feel right different, right, with the blossoming abundance. All right, is there any other things about repeat strategy? Can I clarify on strategy? We have rest and rejuvenation. This person, they're real good about studying you, knowing what you want. So you may be a little surprised that they kind of know what you want, or they kind of know what you need. It's funny because I get the feeling that you don't, maybe you have not had many sexual experiences that were focused on your pleasure. But this person is very much going to know what it is that you need and what gets you off. And you're going to be taken aback by that, because I don't know if you know that. And that's kind of coming for you. All right. I say CUM, by the way. I thank you, Gemini. I'm gonna leave it there. Don't forget to like and comment. And hi, everyone. We're now on Cancer. Cancer, I feel like you really need this, by the way. I'm just be honest with you. Let's see. Oopsie. I'm gonna actually put it like that. All right. Metatron wants to say that we're all sexual beings and we all deserve pleasure. Okay, it's what he wants to say. So let's take a look here for Cancer. Can you tell me what for Cancer's first time with them, the sexual experience that they're going to have with whoever's on their mind? Let's see what the chemistry is going to be like with this person. What the chemistry is going to be like with this person. I feel very open-hearted experience with this person. Very sweet. It feels like the first time, but I'll leave it like that. It really does feel like that, but we'll see. We have the devil on the board, not a coincidence. It is a very, very, very intense attraction to them, to the point where you kind of really want this person. Lights off for sure. I don't even see the TV on. It feels very sweet otherwise. It is going to be very short the first time, and I feel like there will be repeats without a doubt. But with the devil on the board, this is an intense attraction that you have. What's interesting is I see intense attraction for the heart center as well as the sacral chakra, which is linked to those ovaries and testes. Both of those energy centers are drawing you together, and the chemistry is really, really, really palpable. With this person. We have the moon in its reverse. Yeah, moonlight kind of thing. You don't need the light. I'm not saying that's not what you want, but it's like you just don't need it. It's like you're in sync. You're on the same wavelength, and you both really feel an intense attraction. Why is the intense attraction coming through with the Seven of Wands in its reverse? When you meet someone and it's like you feel like you scored the lottery, like you just cannot believe it. Yeah, that's the feeling. That's why it's intense, and it feels like it came after a time you gave up on love, or you gave up on looking for anyone, and you find this person and they just wake something up in you. That's why it's so intense, because it feels like you've maybe had a long dry spell, or you gave up, and it's this person they spark something in you. All right, so we're gonna look at what positions you're going to have. Definitely missionary. I feel like this is someone who is going to, they really do like the chest area. Their hands are going to be all over that. No, man or woman doesn't matter. Let's see. Sorry, I don't normally channel these things, so I'm having Metatron adjust. Let's see. Metatron, what positions they're gonna have? We have the Seven of Cups. Many with this person's they're very hands-on, so I feel like their hands are going to be all over your body and all over your, honestly, all over your everything. With the Seven of Cups here, sorry, it's the most funniest thing. It's crazy. I feel like you're gonna kind of feel like they're all over you, basically, and I do mean that on a literal sense. With that Seven of Cups here, it's interesting as well. They will wait to change positions. I don't see a rush as well, and it does feel like there's a savoring a little bit, at least as long as possible. With the Six of Swords here, I see you sticking to one position for the first time, missionary, and then you're gonna slowly. It is gonna be a night where you repeat. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse here, I don't feel like there's gonna be a walk of shame. I actually feel like there's going to be. Like you might go to breakfast the next morning. You actually might miss work. That's actually what it feels like to me with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, where you may have to take a hit and you don't mind it basically because you had that beautiful night. There's also this energy, and it's a little bit there, and I'm not saying it's a for sure thing, where you feel like it's that night won't be repeated, and that's true, but it's not coming from that. It's coming from a place of like, maybe I won't see them again, or maybe that will be it. I don't know why that would be the case, but it's in the back of your heart, the back of your mind. I'll leave it like that. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Let's see. So what's will there be repeats here, Metatron? You will see them again. What's interesting is I actually feel, and this is not something you should like try to like suppress, but because it's so intimate, because it's so open, because it was so intense, it feels like you have to pretend that it wasn't that big of a deal, and vice versa. And I feel like you're when you that question when we ask, will there be repeats? And it feels like for this, will you see them again? Will you date this person again? That is what the real question is. It feels like you might move into that energy of like, I don't know if maybe that was too intense, or maybe they didn't feel the same way. Don't let that get in your mind. Don't let that get in your heart, because it's simply not true. It was just so intense for them as well as for you. You feel like it can't be real. So don't let that creep in. Don't let that swallow you up. Don't let that take that night from you. There will be repeats, but I can easily see this connection with this person moving towards maybe like friendship rather than an actual relationship, or an actual intense sexual relationship, whatever this is. But it's because of the intimacy, because of the original intimacy, where you didn't feel that before, you didn't know that existed before, and you kind of want to, I don't know, you don't want to maybe have too much of it, because then you can't go back, right? It feels like that a little bit. Don't let the fear of like this person not feeling the same way hold you back from expressing yourself. You felt that, say that. I'll do it like that. I don't see. I feel like if you, Mention does say you saying this or initiating that open communication will be game changer for your connection. All right. So I want to know, is there any last thing you want to give for Cancer? With the Page of Cups reversed, interesting. There's definitely gonna be a lot of doubting of your intuition, doubting of your inner knowing. I think during the entire experience, you're gonna wonder, are they that interested in me? I know. I guess who's in the same boat they are. You both are very equally interested in each other, but it's very difficult to show it. I follow your heart, but if I were in this situation, I tried my best to push through it. But I've been in it before, and I didn't. But I didn't have someone to tell me that, so I will leave it like that for you, Cancer. Don't forget to like and comment, and I'm going to move now to Leo. All right, for Leo's. Alrighty, so let's take a look here for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and oopsie, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Kim. Let's see. For Leo's, Someone Rising in Venus, can you tell me for the next sexual experience they're going to have with them, for whoever's on their mind, what kind of chemistry is going to be here, right? What kind of chemistry you're going to have with this person? We have a first card here is the Knight of Pentacles in its reverse. I do feel your night with this person, it does feel like it's going to be a date, is not going to be great. Do you know those dates that you have where someone's late or it's raining? That's always my thing somehow. I don't even know how that happens, but it's like there's always something. Yeah, that's the kind of date you're going to have with this person. There is a block and a restriction that either you or they have that is actually parts of that. It's the reason why there's always something going wrong in your love life. I would actually take a look at that and try to heal it. I would ask your higher self what that block is, but I can see that block, either you or them or both of you, likely both, have that. And there's always something going wrong when you try and go on a date. It's interesting. A really good way to describe this is when I first click go live on the reading, I wasn't necessarily in the best possible energy, right? But I know I wanted to go live. It's like it's always the case. Every time I try to go live, I don't feel 100%, right? And until I push through that, I feel like you have a block and restriction, as I know I have one when I go live because of technology, real annoying to me, but it feels like that. So your chemistry with this person is actually better than it seems, but both of you had something go wrong. You probably start your date off with that as well. I know it's crazy, but it does feel like you may say, I did this happened to me. I would leave it like that. We have the Fool. We have the Five of Swords. It does feel like there's a clash between really knowing that this is a good connection with, I want to say, the day that you had, or the commute that you took, either there or them picking you up. It's like there's a clash there. So your chemistry is mixed, and it has mixed energy, mixed. So it's an interesting mixture. I feel like your second date or your third, especially the third, would be so much better than the first one. But the very first date with this person, not great. I'm not saying you're gonna sleep with them at that time, but it's coming in because Metatron wants to make sure you take care of you. All right. So Metatron, can you tell me where would this happen, right? And when? Let's see, because I want to know. I don't have that for you. We have the Page of Swords here, and the Empress in its reverse. It's going to happen a little bit sooner than this person would like. The reason for this is I feel they don't necessarily give off the energy of being really interested when they're interested. So it's going to make you feel like they're not. And they're going to end up having to compensate a little bit of and make that move sooner than they would like, because they know that you're starting to feel like they're not interested as much as they actually are. I think this person typically has bad days, or they have days where they're not. It's not the best with that, and they kind of bring that into your time with them. But as they spend time with you, that slowly starts to melt away. But it feels like you start to get the inkling that they're not interested. They are, all right? So what kind of positions are going to be? I just want to really take care of that. We have the Chariot. They're a take charge type of person. I was already feeling that. They make the first move. I honestly better believe that, because this is someone who's going to come in hot, heavy. I see words really being this person's forte, not touching. They're going to tell you something really sexual, and it's going to have that real sexual energy, and you're going to be, honestly, you're going to be feeling real good about it. And they will make the first move, but and they will have follow through with that Six of Wands here. So I definitely see this happening. I definitely see like you that making the first move out, outside, right, somewhere, or maybe outside maybe place you at dinner or the movie, and then you slowly make your way towards your home or their home. It does feel like with the Six of Pentacles here, it can go either way. Whoever's closer or whoever can have someone over is the place you're going to end up at, right? I like that. Sorry, the energy is really interesting for your reading, Leo. So what kind of positions are you going to be in with this person? What kind of experience is it going to be? We have the Eight of Swords. You're going to have positions that you normally have. It doesn't feel like you're feeling that great about it, but they have a really good energy with that Knight of Wands, and you're not going to be saying no, I guess, to this with the Eight of Swords. It does feel like with the Eight of Swords, you kind of don't know what to expect at times with this person. I gotta clarify because I got two messages. Yep, never mind. It's the same thing. They have this energy of being predictable yet unpredictable at the same time. Real nice, by the way. There's some. This person has some good. They have a good mixture to them. All right. What positions, Metatron, that you see? We have the Three of Swords reversed. Interesting. Definitely face to face. Definitely intimate as well. What's interesting is the experience is going to be very healing for you as well. Sexual healing really does stand out to me. I do feel like you've had for the long time maybe a blocked sacral chakra, or maybe you haven't really felt that inspired for sexual stuff. And now all of a sudden with that, with this person here, it's like they're activating something inside of you. So you're going to feel like you've been healed during the experience. You're going to feel better, and you're going to feel more lively through the experience and then after. With the Knight of Wands here, it is a mixture of expecting the expected, yet you're going to get some of the unexpected with them. Yeah, very quick trigger with this person, but they have a tendency to go again and again and again, and that is what they're going to do, all right? They will hit spots that you have not had anyone hit before with this Hermit reverse. Yeah, they will hit spots that you haven't had anyone hit before. It's sorry, it's a beautiful energy, and again, it's the Metatron wants to say this is it feels very much like sexual healing kind of thing. Very potent energy that this person has, and something that I feel you're very drawn to. But again, hitting specific spots you have not had anyone hit before. They get you out of your head as well. So it is nice. It's nice here. So Metatron, can you tell me, will there be a repeat? Will there be another date? Yeah, time will tell between you and them. What's interesting and what's really annoying about this is they are the ones that's going to decide if there will be a repeat. I know that's really annoying because it's clear that you're very interested in them, that you're very interested in the experience, repeating the experience and dating them further. They feel they no. I'm not sure what they feel with that King of Swords on the board. It's I'm not sure, but I can tell that this person's the one who's going to decide. They will wait to text you. They will wait to call you. They will wait to say something to you. There is some strategy here with that King of Swords. There's no doubt with the strategy. I can see it. It's what they do naturally. They get, and it's not that they're not seeing your value, but they really want to make sure that this is a road that they want to go down before they go down it. But at the same time, Metatron's saying that keeping that door open might lead this person to come in and out. And you don't really want that. If you don't want that, yeah, I don't actually think you do. So yeah, I'll just like leave it like that. But this is someone who will be the one that decides if your connection goes forward because you're interested, and they are as well. But they have to make that choice themselves, and they don't like being forced into it. Okay, yeah, is that it? Is there anything else? We have the Three of Pentacles reverse. Interesting. I was getting this like a third party, but I don't know. Yeah, this person may be juggling you and someone else. I'll leave it like that. Or they may be dating, right? Dating is actually the word I would actually use for this. And they're looking to be a little unencumbered until they make that decision that they want to commit to settle down. I don't know if you're going to have a repeat with this person based on all of this going on right now. I can see it. This person is going to I know it's an odd thing to say, and I'm just going to say it because I had that sexual healing. I feel like they may feel like they're being pulled towards a new person or a new direction because there's other people that are going to need some of that healing energy that they give off when they do that. So yeah, I'll leave it like that for you. Leo, don't forget to like and comment. And we're at 4155 for Virgo. Virgo, you're gonna have a real good experience, by the way. Is this really close? Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see. And hi, everyone. Alrighty. So let's look at Virgo. Virgo's first time with whoever's on their mind, first sexual experience with whoever's on their mind. I definitely see it being the first or the second date. Metatron says, when you know, you know. So that's very interesting for him to say that. When you know, you know. It feels like this is going to lead you to cornucopia and a connection that you are going to really want to really work on and give it your all. Your first date with this person is going to be a lot like I feel the last time you dated them, because this person is someone from your past with these 2 8s on the board. It's someone from a long time ago, for a lot of you, someone that may have walked away from you or vice versa, and you're coming back together understanding that this is it, understanding that this is what you both want. So your sexual experience with this person has a lot less of that expectations or that worry or that being misunderstood or wondering if they're interested in you. Like, you both kind of went around the world, right? You both took that journey of self-discovery and you figured out it's each other, and you both end up with each other. With that 8 of Cups here, let me get a clarifier. Nope. With the 8 of Cups on the board, you both kind of choose each other, but there is a little bit, because of that history that you have with them, worried or fear about disappointment. Don't let the past hold you back, and don't let what had happened in the past keep you from following your heart towards this person and towards the situation. Make your choice with the world in your hand, with the world in your mind's eye. All right. That is a key one for you. Hold all of it in your mind when you make that choice with this person, and you're going to be A-okay. With the Six of Wands in its reverse and the Page of Cups, you're not going to listen to doubt, fear, and those feelings of disempowerment. You're not going to listen to them, and both of you are going to really have a fruitful connection. So let's see. So this is going to be their sexual experience, man. Sean, can you tell me what is their first time with this person? You may have slept with them already, you may not have, so it is what it is. But we have the Three of Wands here with the Seven of Swords. You know, it's not like it's a bad experience with this person, but it feels like there was a lot of time to really imagine, daydream, and honestly, you know, take it to the wild side where you kind of think that's it. It does get better. I can see that, but it does feel like there was a lot of anticipation, right? Because you've maybe dated them and it didn't happen, or maybe you just haven't seen them in a long time, where you think it should have been, I don't know. It should have been more like your fantasies, or more like what you thought it was going to be. It's going to be a great experience, but sometimes those fantasies, no, nothing goes wrong there, and it lasts as long as it needs to last. And it feels like there's just a little bit of that, where it kind of feels like the rug got ripped out from under you. Do not let that feeling or that fear sink you. It does feel like you're going to have worry and doubt. So what positions are there going to be here? We have the King of Pentacles. You're definitely going to be writing this person. You're on top for sure. I can see it. It's very clear. It's not that this person doesn't take control, doesn't take action, but when it comes to this connection, and especially because you're not letting yourself be held back anymore, I see you very much pushing this person on the bed and getting on them, and honestly taking them for a ride. It won't last too long, but they get there really quick with that judgment. But you kind of understand that you're gonna have to take control. You're not actually angry or anything about it. It feels you're very pleased with it, if I'm being honest with you. You feel like you have more control of the situation than you did last time, and it is kind of reminding me of Leo's reading a little bit, just a little bit. I'll leave it like that. It'll be the end of Leo's reading. I just wanted me to just like really emphasize that one. With Judgment on the board though, and the Queen of Cups, it's kind of your it's your choice. Let's see, is there any other sexual stuff that's coming through? Lights on, or it's very clear, but you can't. It's like you both know you want to put the past in the past, but it kind of feels like there's a little bit of unresolved stuff that is holding both of yous back. Who is this? It's you. You're gonna give and go for it all the way. I don't think they've done much healing, or they've done a journey of self-discovery. You seem to be very sure of yourself, control of yourself, and you take control of the situation, and you honestly ride them home. It just feels like that, to that finish line. With the Seven of Cups here, it's pretty much one position at this point. I feel like it's pretty much one person taking control. They will get their bearings. I can feel that. But it's clear that this person won't have that the first time with you. I think like they find you very intimidating, and they see you clearly, and they couldn't see you in the past clearly, and that makes this person a little bit, I don't know, it makes them a little bit intimidated. All right, let's see. Is there any last thing that you want to give? Will there be a relationship, or will there be a repeat here, Metatron? Let's take a look here. Just want to go one more for you, Virgo. We have Door to Spirit. That's funny. Your spirit is guiding you to a new beginning with this person. I knew it. I knew it. Door to personal healing and happiness. I can see it. I don't know. I don't see you having an issue here, but I'll leave it like that. I don't actually see there being any issue here. I feel like you both kind of you sold your oats essentially, right? You know, you both know that this is a connection that you want. This is the person that you want. So I do feel like you're gonna have a new beginning with this. I do feel like there will be repeats over and over and over again. It's gonna make you very happy. With the Deceit here coming through, this feels like that rug being pulled out from under you, where you kind of felt like maybe it would feel different with this person, or it would feel I'll just be honest. It just reminds me of me, just imagine it's not that experience. It feels like you feel like there's a little bit of lack there. It does get better. If you do feel like your needs aren't being met, speak up. With the financial constraints, you can tell that you feel, like, I don't know. It's just, maybe your expectations were too high or something like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's not there. It's like you're getting about an 8 to a 9 out of 10, and you're kind of wishing there's something missing. Um, I think you'll figure it out along the way. All right, I'm gonna leave it like that for you, Virgo. Don't forget to like and comment, and we're now gonna be at Libra's reading. Alrighty, so Metatron, let's do for Libra's first sexual experience with the person on their mind. Libra's first sexual experience with the person on their mind. Let's take a look here. I have to be all right. So let's see. What kind of chemistry will they have with this person, or what's coming in? All right, let's see. We have the Queen of Cups on the board. I definitely see you as a mother. You definitely have children. With that Queen of Cups on the board, you are very wary, very careful, very disciplined when it comes to giving out your love, because you have kids, because you have responsibilities, because you kind of can't it feels like you kind of can't lose yourself completely, and that's not a bad thing, but it's because you have responsibilities, because you have kids, it's because you have people that you need to be looking out after. So your chemistry with this person is not as you're not letting your hair down as much, as because of that, because of your responsibilities, because of your kids, because of the things that you have to concern yourself with, right? With the star in its reverse, it leads you not to shine as brightly as you should for this person. I actually think that this person is a really good fit for you, but they're going to feel just a little bit, right, with that Hermit here, with the Hermit on the board, just a little bit like they may not be as sure about all of it, because of that. Metatron gives this because we don't have to hold back per se, that when we're out, if you feel called to, if your heart leads you there, do it. But with the Queen of Cups here, I can see you holding back, you keeping yourself very composed. And the reason for this, and the only reason for this, is those responsibilities. I feel like when you were younger, you were real crazy, and you did what you want to do, and you are free. Be free with this, and be free with anyone you want to be free with as well. But I can see you holding back. The Judgment's an interesting thing here. Yeah. There is a past life connection with this person. You'd have met them before. I can see that. That's what draws them towards you. But the uncertainty comes from the fact that you're holding back so much. And this person, of course, is going to internalize it like you're not interested in them, and vice versa, like they're not interested in you. Okay. There is a spiritual lesson tied to this as well. I feel like it's a limiting belief that you have in the subconscious, or you're consciously doing it, or you feel like you have to hold back for them, right? I'll leave it like that. Let's see. So what kind of how is this going to progress to like a sexual thing? I definitely see this as a first date. Meeting online is the thing I see. It's the only thing I see as well. We have the Seven of Swords on the board here. You've been hurt before, right? You've had a lot of false starts before. You've had trouble finding love, and this leads you to be very wary, apprehensive, and slightly, right? I don't mean any offense, jaded towards love. And it's what makes you very reluctant to open up to this person, even though that you know that there's something special here. I feel, and I will try my best to get this to a sexual place, but I can feel that Metatron just wants you to know, with that Seven of Swords here, that you're holding back because of those experiences, not because of them. And I'll leave it like that. Let's see, how will it lead to sexual? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. You will let your guard down. You will let your guard down. You will open up to this person, but you won't give them your heart. So I see your sexual experience with this person being very passionate, right? Being very much about the sacral, right? Chakra, that erogenous zones, not so much the heart space and your heart center. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I can tell that you're gonna have this sexual experience with them, but it won't be anywhere near as fulfilling as it could be because you are not opening up your heart and you're too scared to do that. All right. I'll leave it like that. Let's see. Is there anything else about positions? Let's see. We have the Chariot. Kind of a full throttle type thing. One time does stand out the most. It has nothing to do with your kids per se or the responsibilities that you have, but it's clear it will be one time with this person. One is enough, I guess. They do get you there. I gotta be real honest with you. This person gets you there. I don't know if you climax per se, but it feels like you're gonna leave very satisfied, and it will go both ways. A lot of you will actually climax with this person. It's funny. But I can see with the magician here, there's gonna be a lot of sex talk. This person does like it. They will ask you what you want. They will they will be talking through the experience for a lot of you. I can see it. It may make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, right? A little bit unsure because it may take aback, but it feels like it's coming across very endearing, very sweet. I actually feel like you have someone who, can I get to clarify because that's what I got? Yeah, emotional. This person likes, they'll tell you sweet things. They'll tell you you're beautiful. They'll tell you you're sweet. They'll tell you they like your body parts. I definitely see this person very attracted to your chest. Neck seems to be a good one for this person, in the way that you wear your hair. So they're gonna have that talk with you, and it is interesting because I feel like that may open your heart up a little bit. But anyway, is there anything else, Metatron, you want to say about this for Libra? Anyway, Libra, I have to check the other ones, if your other charts, but I can tell that this is gonna be I don't normally do these, but I can see there's a lot of energy for it. All right, we have the Temple Path. You will, with the Door to Romance here, sorry, the Temple Path, Door to Romance, I can see that this connection will lead to a romantic connection, like a long-term connection with this person. I think this person talking in the bedroom may take you aback a little bit, but you're gonna actually find it very endearing. Endearing in the end. It will be enduring as well. But this will lead to a relationship. You're gonna be very pleased with this person. I feel like their words that they use, and even if it is saying sweet things, are gonna be very healing and very help you open up a lot as well. With the thinking man here, they kind of know what to say as well. So I'm gonna leave it like that. They know what to say and they say it right. All right. Sorry, I will leave it like that. Thank you, Libra. Don't forget to like and comment. And we're now at 56. All right, for Scorpio. By the way, hi everyone. Okay. So I don't want to short any readings, but I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's only 11:30. Actually, Metatron, can you tell me for Scorpio's first sexual experience, with their person on their mind? And again, hi Scorpio. Let's take a look here. So what is Scorpio's person's first sexual experience? What's the chemistry going to be like with this person? Yeah, the chemistry. Sorry, it is. I got it already. We have Healer of the Ages coming through, and it came out with the Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. Your chemistry with this person is going to be very light. I feel, do you know when you meet someone and it makes you feel lighter? It makes you feel like you're at home. It makes you feel like you're like you're not being judged. You can be open and you can be giving and you are receiving. Your chemistry with this person is very, very, very open-hearted. I am not saying that there isn't sexual attraction here, but what I am saying is that the emotional connection matters more than the physical connection and the physical attraction. Though the physical attraction is up there, it's just not anywhere near as gratifying, as satisfying as the open heart space, the openness of one's heart. With the Door to Personal Healing and Happiness, I can definitely see Either one or both of you is a little bit reluctant, right? When it comes to this connection, it has nothing to do with how amazing it is. It has everything to do with, there it came up. If one is ready for this connection, because your first time with this person is not going to be like a last time with this person. It's going to be something that is going to continue to a long-term relationship. And that's very clear. The very first moment you see them, the very first conversation you have with them, it is obvious that this is something special, this is something different, and this is something significant. And your chemistry with them is going to be very much leaning in that direction. So this person's, the choice, right, to be physical with you will be the choice to be in a relationship with you at the same time. It is clear with the thinking man here. I think it could be them or you. Honestly, it could be both of you. But you're both trying to be grounded. You're both not trying to get ahead of yourself. It feels like there is a slight indecision here with this person. They've looked at you long enough to know that it's real. I see this going all the way. A lot of you may marry this person or you may have a long-term relationship with them. And it's because I'm seeing that 46 here, which leads to a 10. It feels like the relationship with this person is going to be pretty, it's pretty solid and it's well-rounded and it has everything that you need in it. All right. So we're going to look at what kind of, I want to say what kind of positions this person's into, right? I do a phrase it like that because I feel you may not sleep with this person right away. And it has to do with that fact that this is, you can't, I guess you can't sleep together and it not mean something, right? You can't be together in it and not mean everything, right? And that's what makes, I think, you or them a little bit apprehensive. So let's see what kind of positions do this person like. We have the Knight of Cups in its reverse. This person actually really enjoys an emotionally intense sexual experience, and I see someone who foreplay is a big deal for this person. Definitely body contact, rubbing. It's very I don't know how to explain this. It's such a strange thing. I will say it like this. I have this, what Metatron gave me. You know when like a snake is rubbing against like a rock or something. It feels like that kind of energy, that kind of body contact, where you truly appreciate all the sensations, right? When you are touching each other, like it feels every part of this person's body is attractive. Every part of this person's body turns you on, and that is. I don't know if we kind of. It's more of not a position. It's more of an experience. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. It's gonna last a long time. I don't know if you are. It doesn't feel in any way, shape, or form that you're trying to rush it, but it feels like you may be taken aback by how long the experience will be. Sorry, a little spit there. It's just how long the experience will be. With the Devil reverse here as well, they're not looking to come right away. And they're not. This is someone who's really looking to take their time with this. A lot of body contact. It does feel like there will be a lot of teasing, or I'm gonna leave it like that. It does a lot of that, and it's all purposeful. This person loves the buildup, and that's their thing. They love the buildup. They love that sensation. They love to take their time as well, and they love to see what parts of your body are the most sensitive as well. So it is what I have. Let's see. When will this happen, or how will this happen for them? Let's see. We have actually, what other message do you want? We have the Temperance reverse. They're definitely be very focused on you. But I see you both switching off, where it's a lot of focus on you, then a lot of focus on them. So you know what I mean by they're gonna be taking turns here. No big deal, but it is something that this person is expecting. All right, with the Eight of Swords reverse and the Sun. They've pretty much, this isn't anything crazy, but they pretty much mastered how they like to do things. So this person is going to be bringing back the hits essentially. But your experience with this person, the positions with them, you both are definitely going to, they will finish you off. I can see that. But who is this? That's what I thought. They will give you more in the end. And they're very focused on your pleasure, your needs. And this has to do with this person trying to learn more about you and learn more about what makes you tick, what makes you honestly come and get there. That is what this person's after. And yeah, I'll leave it like that. I don't really see much about positions. It feels like it will be a lot of stuff. I definitely see this person switching it up though whenever they're close. They will do it probably constantly, and until honestly maybe they wear themselves out. So we'll look at any guidance that you have or anything. Or no, wait, Vanessa, can you tell me? Will there be a repeat? Will there be a second time? Will there be another time with Scorpio on this person? We have contract coming through, and they came out with cornucopia. I feel like you're gonna end up with that Archangel Raphael. It feels like you're going to end up being in a relationship with this person. I see marriage. It does feel cornucopia was what I was getting. I think that's for Virgo's reading, by the way. You may want to check out Virgo. It's been the thing. A relationship with this person. It feels like this is the kind of person that you do want to settle down with. So definitely a repeat. Someone that you see in that manner as well. With the justice on the board, I'll leave it like that, but I can tell that this person doesn't pick based on how they see or based on the way society says we should pick. They pick based on their heart and where their heart's leading them. They're looking for a very specific type of experience. And they see that in you. They get that from you. And this is someone who's going to want that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna leave it like that. I kind of spaced out a little bit. I'll leave it like that, Scorpio. Don't forget to like and comment and check out my services. So we have for Sagittarius, for someone writing Sagittarius. Let's see. By the way, hi everyone. Sagittarius. Alrighty, so let's take a look. So, Metatron, can you tell me? For Sagittarius' next sexual experience, what is their first time going to be like with this person? For the person on their mind, their first time with that person. Let's see. I'll leave it like that. What is their next sexual experience with the person on their mind? Let's see. What is the chemistry going to be like with this person? We have the Emperor in its reverse here. I feel this person. I gotta clarify on that. The Sun. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're definitely gonna want to take you home. I want to make that very clear. You will be going to this person's home. With the Emperor in its reverse, it feels like throughout your, I don't know if it's a date or when you're chatting with this person, I see chatting, potentially a date. They're taken aback by you, your energy, how you come across. You're very sure of yourself, and this person kind of wants to take you to their home so that they can feel more secure. So there is a bit of insecurity coming through. Your chemistry with this person is definitely going to reflect that, but this person is going to try their best to give, honestly, to show their, is this a hookup? Seven of Pentacles. Honestly, maybe. I can feel it. It feels like this is a hookup that you meet with this person. With the Emperor in his verse, they want you to go to their place though. And the reason for this is they feel very insecure for your energy. So your chemistry with this person is very much, it's good. It's good. It's just nowhere near as great as it could be. I don't know if you'll see that or not, but I can definitely tell with the Emperor reverse is they're not feeling the most comfortable going to your place or maybe even going out with you. And I know I will leave like that. I don't see that being a problem per se, but they want it to, if they go out with you as a date, they want you to go to a place that they have been to before, or that they know the neighborhood, that they know that neighborhood really well. This is what they want. It's what they desire. And the reason for this is that insecurity. So anyway, I don't know how to describe that chemistry, but you're going to be leading it. You're going to be asking them questions. They're going to be open with you. However, with the Emperor in its reverse, they won't be taking as much charge as they would like to. So I feel like in your second date, if there is a second date, which we'll ask later, or second time with this person, it's going to, they're going to pick up the slack, right? And they're going to be more forthcoming. They're going to take control. But I think your first time you meet this person, they're very introverted, and it's kind of reflected in that. You will bring them out of their shell, and I actually think that you may like that. It's actually the feeling I have. I feel like you actually truly want that experience. They will open up with you slowly as you get to know them, as you start to talk to them, but definitely you will be meeting this person at a place they are comfortable with. All right, so let's see. For this sexual experience, it does feel like it's a hookup for a lot of views. What is that gonna, what kind of positions? We have the Queen of Wands here. I felt that energy. You're a powerhouse. Very sexually attracted to you. Very intense energy that you give off, and this person feels that. They're not the kind of person that is fooling themselves and thinking that they're in control. They know that you are. It's funny. You know what's crazy about this? It's just a little craziness here. I feel like they're gonna play a little hard to get or something like that. And this is, I'm just throwing this out there. This came from Metatron, but it's like you're going to hook up with them. They're like, you want to watch TV or something like that. No, 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 no. I see you taking control of this, taking it to the bedroom right away. And honestly, getting yours. It feels like you take control of the situation, and you are. And this person absolutely loves that, even though they gave that suggestion. Do not be fooled by that. You're. I would follow your intuition here, and we were honest with you, because they're gonna attempt something like that, or do you want to like talk or start chatting with you? They truly want that sexual experience, but they're very intimidated about your energy and what you're putting out there, and they're gonna need a little bit of coaxing, basically. Like, I think the Queen of Wands, yeah, you'll see it right away. You'll see it right away. It will lead to a little bit of a lopsided first time with this person, but I do see it going at least 2 times with them. Yes, sorry. Let's take a look here. What kind of positions will there be? We have the Six of Swords reversed. Interesting. I just want to make sure. Like, why am I not getting in positions here? I feel like this positions are going to be pretty stationary, pretty normal, nothing kind of drastic. You will not come, but you will be very grateful for having gone through the experience. A lot of yous have come into your power, or maybe you're been around the block, and not in like any bad way. It just, you've been there, done that. You know, those early years where you don't speak up, right? And not you, not today, not then, or yeah, then. You're definitely going to feel very empowered after the experience, though I don't think you'll actually get all the way there. Has nothing to do with, I feel, your attraction to this person. Has everything to do with the fact that you're not that they're not able to last as long. All right. You know what's crazy about this, Sagittarius? I feel you have a lot of love to give, a lot of energy to give, and I don't know if you want it with this person again, because of that Queen of Cups on the board. You do get what you want from this person, but I feel like you're gonna leave the experience understanding that you don't want to see them again. And again, it does feel like it's a hookup. It does feel like it's a first time, possibly a dating app, or I don't know, maybe being at the bar. But it feels like you're not going to leave that thinking, I'm gonna see them again. I want that experience again. It feels like it's a first time and a last time with this person. All right. Is there anything else about this Metatron that you want to give? Yes, he wants me to choose this deck. So anything else when it comes to this? Okay, I'm okay. Okay. Any last thing you want to give for them? We have all tied up coming through. Yeah. I don't see that happening, but sure. It does feel like that could be on the table. We have yin and yang. I feel here that this person, because they don't really show their best foot, they don't really show their best self. I mean, you may not see there's balance here. You may not see there's much here. Metatron just cautions you to give them a second look, right? Don't just assume, right, that there's nothing here. I don't think that they come in or they come across as someone that you're gonna want to see again, but I think that there's something that you could cultivate here if that's something that you did want. How likely? Pretty likely. Pretty likely. Definitely lead to a new beginning. A lot of times we tend to judge whether or not we want to see someone again, whether we would want to spend our life with them. That's crazy, right? Follow your heart and let that guide you. I feel like there could be lessons here or people that you will meet through them that that will be very beneficial for your life. I'm gonna leave it like that, but I'm not saying that that's the reason or that's any reason that you should use, but definitely not making the choice to see them again based on whether or not you'll date them or whether or not you want them. If your heart calls you there, if you feel inspired or that passion, try it again, right? Give it a go. People do surprise you, and I feel like this is someone who has a lot of surprises. All right, not in a bad way either. All right, I'll leave it like that. Sagittarius, thank you so much, and we're now on Capricorn. All righty, 54 Capricorn. Okay, let's see. All right, just alrighty, so let's look. Metatron, can you tell me for Capricorn's very first time with the person on their mind, their very first sexual experience? Let's take a look. What is this going to be like? What is the chemistry going to be like? Let's see for you. We have them. Okay, we have the Five of Wands here. I feel like you're going to be meeting this person at a bar or a place where there is a lot of people around. It could be a family gathering with that Five of Wands, but it doesn't feel like you're meeting this person online. It doesn't feel like you're meeting this person, I don't know, at work or anything like that. It feels like this is a very lively place. You do attract them in with that Queen of Wands energy, and you pull them towards you. It feels like when you're at a bar and you go and you look at someone and you just look away, and it's just like that, or you make that eye contact. Yeah, that's how you draw them in. That's how this person is going to make a move towards you. It feels like more than one person is trying to get you at the same time, but you end up choosing this one. Why do you choose this person? We have the Two of Wands here. You just think about it and you just make the choice. You don't, I feel like because of the setting, you're going to choose the one you think is hotter. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you are going to pick the person that you see yourself with, or you can see yourself having a good time with. I actually would pick based off that, right? When it comes to this, but you're going to have more than one person trying to ask you out, more than one person trying to buy you a drink or trying to get to know you. And you're going to pick one of them. Yeah. Some of you may do two. Let me see. The Ace of Swords here. No, you'll pick one for most of you, but I gotta be honest with you for a moment. Just for a moment, I thought about that. It was the craziest thing, but my mind does not often go there. So maybe if you feel called to, give that a go. I'll be real honest with you. I can see it. I'll leave it like that. You're gonna be looking for whoever you can see your future with, or whoever you see yourself having a good time with. It's you. You're just gonna make it real quick. It's real nice. What is the chemistry gonna be like here? We have the Strength here. And the High Priestess in reverse. I do feel with Strength on the board, the chemistry is real great. There's always more to be had. There's like, this person is very stimulating. They do have a little bit of a dark side. I can see that just a little bit there, but it's nothing too crazy. With the High Priestess here, what's great? I feel like you and or them, your chemistry with this person is going to change. It feels like it will change as you start to release those layers of us, those old versions of yourself. And what I want to say about that, when you start letting your guard down, you stop leading from maybe how you project yourself with that first house energy, the Aries energy. It feels like as you start to get to know them, you start to drop your guard, and the real you starts to shine. So your chemistry with this person evolves. I hope that makes sense. It starts to become more real. And it's funny because I can see the tables are going to turn here. Where you had all the power, I feel like this person will, and it's because you start to like them. But it's not a bad thing, but I can see that. All right. So what kind of positions are you going to have? Very strong. It feels like this is a person you meet, you hook up with them on that night, or very, very, very soon after. Very intense passion. I can see walking to the door, like making out, ripping your clothes off. It is very much that. I don't know if you had that experience yet or not, but that's actually a pretty nice one. Let's see. What kind of positions will there be, Metatron, for this? We have the 4 of Pentacles on the board with the Wheel of Fortune. I feel you're going to be with this person maybe for a little while. There's going to be a lot of wanting to hold on to this. The positions that you'll have are going to be pretty normal. Let me see, is there anything that comes to my mind? No, it's funny. This is real funny. You're going to be switching positions a lot, actually. And the reason for this is you're going to start to think to yourself, I don't know if I feel that great here, or if I'm not getting as much pleasure here. So I see switching up positions, not constantly, but throughout it. Is there any specific ones? No. It's crazy because I can feel I can feel the positions you'll have will just are going to be just switching throughout, and it's gonna be very hot and intense, and it will kind of sustain that. With the Lovers here, you know, you both kind of feel a really deep, intense attraction and pull towards each other. I think, and this is gonna be crazy, I will ask this next, you may actually end up in a relationship with this person, someone that you end up hooking up with, you end up dating, or you end up spending a long time. The reason for this, you don't want to let that go. It's a very hot, intense connection that will burn, I guess, as long as it's going to burn. Is there anything else about the positions, Metatron? No, he's not bringing up positions yet. For you, I feel like it's going to be the normal ones. There's nothing really standing out. Will there be a repeat here? Will there be a repeat in this repeat and stuff like that? Let's see. I want to make sure, Page of Pentacles, you both are each other's physical type. That's very key. Clarify on that. I don't think either of you are really looking for a relationship, and yet you find yourself in one, is one of those kind of cases. So I especially feel like you're going to be repeating this, dating this person. And they help move you to a new cycle, right? To a new life. We have this. I want to take it in its reverse, yin and yang. And then any guidance that you have, we have Angel of Balance. I had a feeling with the woman holding a coin. This is something I picked up earlier. You had a lot of power when you first met this person. You knew you had the power, or you knew your strength, your worth, your value. It feels like sometimes when you open up your heart, Capricorn, you sometimes start to give away that power, or give away that value, or give away those parts of yourself, right? Without really appreciating, understanding what you're giving away. Metatron gives advice for you to pay more attention to that, because you're giving away a lot of yourself, or you're giving away what's you, right? When you are either in a relationship or when you're dating someone. It's something to just be aware of, something to really take some time to think about, because I feel like you're in your power before you meet them, and you may lose your power when you're in a relationship, and you don't have to lose it in a relationship, or you don't have to ever lose it ever, right? But you do have to work at, I want to say, looking at the behaviors that you do, or the patterns that you have that are creating that problem, and that are forcing you or convincing you to give that power up. Okay, like that. Yeah, I think that's it. It's how you phrase it, Metatron. Yes. Don't be afraid to walk away and leave the connection whenever you feel called to as well. Remember that moment before you met them, when you you drew this person towards you. That was a lot of power in that moment, and that moment you're gonna have, I guess. But there's a lot of power in that. Be willing to have that be willing to draw on that power. All right. I'll leave it like that for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and comment. And we're at Aquarius. Yes. Hi everyone. All right. That's funny. Let's take a look here. So, Metatron, can you tell me for Aquarius, Aquarius's first time with this person, the person on their mind, what is their what is the chemistry going to be like in this connection, or you know, between Aquarius and this person? You're going to be talking a lot. It's not like a bad, like I'm talking a lot. It's like my butt hurts. I'm talking too much kind of thing. It's like it's never ending. You're going to be very shocked at how much conversation you have with this person, to the point where we're gonna really wonder, is this gonna become sexual? Is this going to is this gonna end up in the bedroom? Lo and behold, I guess it does, but it definitely feel your chemistry with this person as you chit chat. You go to that deep conversation, and you feel very comfortable with this person. You don't want that conversation to stop. Time's flying, and you're feeling amazing when you do that. But with but you're gonna feel like your butt hurt. All right. We have the Two of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles here. You're gonna take it very slow with this person. So I see you dating this person, maybe 5 dates or something like that, or you talk so much it feels like 5 dates. Whatever the case is, your chemistry with them is going to be very, very intimate, mutual, and pretty beautiful. With the Ten of Swords at the bottom here, I want to say it's a new dawn for you, but someone may have gone through a breakup. Let me see. Can I clarify on that? This could be someone that you have had a breakup with, but it doesn't feel like that to me. Can I get clarify, Metatron? No, right? Yeah, it kind of feels like it's a new dawn, right? It's like it's a new type of connection, one that you may not have experienced before, and one that you may not have been necessarily prepared for. But definitely a date with this person, definitely talking with this person for hours, to the point where the establishment that you're at is going to close, right? It feels like that is the kind of experience that you're going to have, the kind of chemistry that you have with this person. It's slow. It's nice. It does feel like your very first time. It will have that passion, yeah. I know I never do any readings this late, especially this topic, but it's real funny. Anyway, what kind of sexual experience are they going to have? What kind of positions they're going to be? We have the King of Swords here. What's interesting, and it's real funny, I don't think they feel like the type to take control, but that, lo and behold, there it is. It does feel like this is someone who will take control of the situation, will go after what they want. Honestly, in some ways, dominate it a little bit. It does. I'm not saying that this takes you back in any way, shape, or form, but it just feels like, based on what I got earlier, it's a shift. So this person they do embody that authoritative energy. Very much disciplined. They're not the kind of person that's going to come right away as well. I can tell. They are very measured. They're very disciplined, and it doesn't come across as cold per se, because you have such an intimate connection with this person, but it could if you didn't. So I do feel like this person does like to bond with people, or does like to have that emotional connection, because that energy they bring into the bedroom is not the most bonding energy during the experience. But their heart does open up, and they do like that. So they do want an emotional connection, but they come into the bedroom with that very strong, calculated. No, I don't want to say calculated. It's just very strong energy. All right. Very authoritative. So what kind of positions are you going to have with this person? We have the Hangman and its reverse. Definitely C69 is coming through the most. It's the big one, but This person very much will switch it up with you. You will try new things with this person that you haven't. I see you. Sorry. So these images are funny. I see you doing stuff around the house, different positions in different rooms, definitely walking around the house naked and just having a good time. They do open up emotionally, but I think the very first time in that bedroom, it's like, whoa, this is it, right? Not like a bad way, but it's like you just don't expect it. But as time goes on, it becomes there's this emotional balance. They do take sex seriously. That's what I've been trying to get this whole time. They're very serious about this experience, and it just takes you a little back. That's all it is, right? We do have the King Cups in reverse, all right? So there is emotional stuff here. It's just it's not at the forefront. It's not what they lead by, and yeah, I do feel they try very hard with that 7 of Wands on the board, and the Hermit in its reverse. They do all the heavy lifting. They don't mind it too much as well. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I actually like that. They will not come for a while. I can see that. They like to take their time. Sorry, they don't. Yeah, they like to enjoy the experience. They bring their A game basically to the bedroom, and they take it very seriously. All right. Anyway, look at that. Let's take a look. Metatron, can you tell me, for Aquarius, is there any repeats here? Will they go again? I definitely see that. It's like crazy if there wouldn't be, but we have 2 cards. We have this. I had a feeling, happy family, and then we have all tied up. I feel here, this person does want that, right? They do want that family, but I feel like there may be financial constraints or worried about being able to maybe take care of someone that make this person a little bit apprehensive about a relationship. But they definitely see that with you. They definitely want that experience with you again. But this is the energy they always bring in, strategy. So they have I don't know. I think you can easily ask this person if they're looking for a relationship or not. I think they are, but you have to ask them, are they ready for one? That's a good one. That's a real good one for this person, because they will know. They will know what you're asking in that moment. So repeat with this person sexually. Absolutely. Do you want a relationship with them? You're gonna have to ask them that question. Are you ready for one? Right? Are you ready? I think that's the best one. That's what Madison says. The one that gets everyone. All right. So we're gonna see any last guidance that you have for Aquarius. We have Goddess of the Moon. Follow your intuition. That moon energy is very can have a lot of sexual energy to it as well. I'm gonna leave it like this. I do want to say this to you, and this is just it's just a thing I want to say. Don't be afraid to really utilize your sexual energy if you want to. With this person, I actually feel like they'd find that very arousing. And what I mean by that is, even wearing clothing that stimulates that, or even like I don't know what it's called. Where you do Reiki or something like that. It's just like, be open to that. Metatron wants to just give that to you. You have a lot of, it kind of feels like this person is gasoline and you're the spark, right? I feel like you're going to have to learn to utilize that spark. How do I spark this person's interest in that sexual stuff? And it's going to be it's going to be game changer for you, because they need it, because they come into this, sex so seriously. I feel like inspiring this person or arousing this person will help bring out a different side to them. All right. With that victory here, I see victory lap as the phrasing. All right. I'll leave it like that. Aquarius, don't forget to like and comment. And we are now going to move towards Pisces. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. So, Metatron, can you tell me for Pisces? Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Tell me about their very first time or the first time that they'll have with the person on their mind. What is that chemistry going to be like there? What is the chemistry going to be like? Let's see. I just want to look. I like to look. Okay, let's see. What is that first time? What is that chemistry going to be like with them? We have 2 cards, the 6 of Cups here. It's not, that's not the card. Sorry. We have the 9 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. So I feel here you're going to meet this person at work. This card did come out. I'm not meant to take it, but I can definitely see you meet this person at work. A lot of you, this is someone, this is your boss. Someone that you are very you're not looking to be interested in this person. You're not looking to find this person fascinating. You're not looking to find this person attractive. You're not looking to find this person arousing. Yet here you are, here you do, and you're kind of wondering if you should go for it. With that 10 of Cups on the board, I'm gonna clarify on that. Either you or them have a family, or you're in a connection and you're very wary about opening up that can of worms. You're very wary about going down that path because of that. It's either, I feel, because I don't have the 10 of Pentacles on the board, I feel like it is a connection that you have, or they have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, right? It feels like that's what makes you very apprehensive about opening opening up that kind of worms with this person. But you're in it, so your connection with them is you kind of are pushing them out to the point where you kind of can't anymore, and you end up letting them in. This changes your world, it changes your life trajectory, and it moves you in a new direction, though. All right. It's very interesting. So definitely a workplace scenario, or someone that you are connected to through networking. Is going to be the next time, your first time with, yeah. Look at that, yeah. Anyway, it's crazy. What kind of sexual experience are they going to have? What is they going to be like with positions? We have the King of Wands. They're definitely going to take control of the situation. It won't feel great. It won't feel great. I see it, you being in a connection, or you having the relationship, but you can, I guess it can be both of yous. Your connection with, your sexual experience with this person is going to feel a little bit, it's going to be blocked emotionally. There will be an intense physical attraction here. And again, I do feel like this is your boss. There's that intense physical attraction. There's desire here, but you kind of don't open up emotionally, and it feels like you're lacking that, and you're not going to really find that pleasing. You will leave it unsatisfied. You will feel a little bit, I want to say, I guess those negative feelings that you feel. Yeah, I'm so right. I guess it has to come through, but I won't leave it like that. It doesn't feel like when you leave it, or when you have this experience, that it's worth it for you, but you will, I think you will do it again, if I'm being honest with you. What's funny here, can I get a clarifier on who that is? Just want to make sure. I think that one of you will want it, or want to take it further, and the other, and then it's going to not go that way, right? I'm surprised this came through, but it is what it is. I knew it wasn't supposed to be the 6 of Cups. I knew it. I think a lot of yous, a lot of yous will be worried about like gossip and stuff as well. So Metatron, what about this experience? So the 3 of Cups, we have the 5 of Cups, and then Death, and it's reverse. Interesting. You know, there will end up being gossip. It's funny because it just feels like it honestly implodes your life or their life, but it moves you out of a stagnant cycle that you've been in for a long time, that you needed to end, or they needed to end. And it feels like you move in a completely different direction. With the King of Pentacles on the board, though, and it's reverse, I feel like you are the one who's going to end up moving, probably because they're your boss, but it just feels like you're willing to adapt, change, and move in a new direction, and they're not. All right, you know, like that. I know it's an odd thing to come through, but it's real crazy. Is there anything else about this Metatron that you want to give? Any guidance you want to give for Pisces? And again, I feel like this either you or this person has a relationship, and or both, and you kind of give this a go. All right. Let's see. Is there any repeats here? Will they do it again? I definitely see a few more times than just one. The goddess of the moon, that sexual energy coming through again with the healer of the ages. You're going to find the experience in the end, at the end of the road, as very healing. And it does feel like it leads you on a new journey. I can see that. It's either, I feel like it's you, but because they're your boss, but whatever. It feels like with the journey on the board, you're going to end up in a new direction. And at the end of this, you'll look back and be so grateful for it and be so happy for it. But it does feel like it implodes your life a little bit, or it just, I don't know. I want to give an example, but I've not been in this situation. But I remember when I first met my person, it changed my life trajectory completely, and I'm here. It feels like that's what your experience is going to be with this person, but it's, yeah, it feels like, I'll leave it like that. It just it feels like you won't see that till later, and that happened with me. It takes a while actually. So let's look at the guidance that Metatron wants to give you, Pisces. When it comes to this connection, we have attachment here, interesting, and we have the 7th chakra. One of the things that Metatron does state as one of the best things you can do right now is for you to connect to source, connect to your beings of light, your guides, and that's going to really help you when it comes to this connection and help you bring more balance and harmony to yourself. It will also help them, or sorry, also help you if they could give you guidance on how to, like, maybe a new path to make money or a new direction to make money. I see that actually being key for you. With the deceit here, you're going to feel very hurt, I feel, by the situation, but it will get better. All right. And like that. Some of you probably where you went down this road and you just need this message, but I can see that being the message. All right. I'll leave it like that for you. Pisces, don't forget to like and comment. And I want to thank you, everyone, for this, and take care. Bye.